Yo, I don't care what none of y'all say. What Shaq did right there was some foul shit, man.
I'm on 3 James Harden, up it like a rocket. She gave me smooth head, I call that bitch Ginobili. I'm tryna 2-4, shoot it like I'm Kobe.
What's up, YouTube? Welcome to the Mike O podcast, where we talk everything basketball. We're gonna get right into it with the New York Knicks versus the Indiana Pacers game. And all I can say is New York Knicks definitely sold and folded on their chance to have a commanding 3-0 lead against the Indiana Pacers and probably definitely book their trip to the NBA Finals. Now they're in trouble because now it's a series and they don't have OG Anunoby. So if they lose the next game, it could be very slow for them because the Pacers just play bad defense. Their offense is good enough to compete with the Knicks for sure. Jalen Brunson wasn't able to score his usual 40 points per game, which is another big reason as to why the Knicks weren't able to win this game. You could see, like, even though we're still having a decent game, him not scoring the 40 points just kind of limited the Knicks' offense. They didn't have too many other options. The Knicks also had a crazy performance from Dante DiVincenzo. He scored 35 points and shot 7-11 from the three-point line. You can definitely see that those lessons he got from the Golden State Warriors from Steph and Clay were coming in handy this game because he was definitely looking like Klay Thompson and was shooting hot from three. This man could not miss. He was definitely keeping the Knicks in the game because Jalen Brunson could not score. Built to Dante DiVincenzo this series, I think he has really grown into a starting player who can average 25-30 points a game. He is definitely the second best player on this team next to Julius Randle, and he has made big strides this season and coming in big for the Knicks, hitting clutch shots when they need it and providing a lot of offense, because I was always wondering who's going to help Jalen Brunson. Josh Hart can sometimes, but he's sometimes very inconsistent. He's more of a defensive player. So Dante DiVincenzo definitely played a big part in helping alleviate the stress on Jalen Brunson and giving him some space to breathe. Josh Hart also had a very Josh Hart type of game, scoring 10 points, 18 boards, and having 2 steals on the board. But all that was not enough to get them to win. They still came up short and lost by a game winner. The Knicks played pretty good today. Even without having a lot of key players, they're still able to compete for this game. But I kind of worry for their sustainability. Of just depending so much on Jalen Brunson to get all these wins, because when you guys play my Celtics, man, it's not going to be enough. Jalen Brunson's scoring 40 points alone. It's not going to be enough. You need a whole team effort because we got shooters, man. We got Payton Pritchard off the bench. We got Derek White, Porzingis, Jason Tatum, Jalen. There's too many weapons, man. So Knicks definitely need to, this series, they should focus on getting their role players and other players other than Jalen Brunson to step up. And I think finding Alec Burks and Tom Thibodeau giving Alec Burks and McBride more minutes this game and depending more on his bench was definitely a good sign going into the next game, because they would need to come up big in order to help space off the offense with their three-point shooting. Let's talk about the Pacers. The Pacers this game was very messy, man. Even though they were up and have like great burst of 10-point leads in this game, which I think they were up 10 points like 3-4 times tonight, they would always lose the lead. Their defense is just atrocious, man. They definitely need to work on that, get better on defense. Tyrese Halliburton needs to take more, a bigger role on the defensive side and not being a weak link. But Tyrese Halliburton had definitely a great game, scoring 35 points, 7 assists, and shooting 6 threes this game. I swear, every time Caitlin Clark shows up in the stands, that's when Tyrese Halliburton always wants to step up and make big-time shots. The same thing with the Bucks series. When they're down home, Tyrese Halliburton had to step up, and that's when he starts playing most aggressive, shooting threes. Like the Halliburton we've been seeing throughout the whole season in the play-in tournament. That's the Halliburton that needs to play in order for the Pacers to have a chance to win the series. And without OG playing, Pascal Siakam was also able to score freely. He didn't really have too much of a problem scoring the paint because there was nobody who was quick and strong enough to guard him on the perimeter and paint. He scored 26 points and grabbed 7 boards, along with Miles Turner scoring 21 points and grabbing 10 boards tonight. Definitely needed efforts from these players. They need to do this on a consistent basis if the Pacers want to have a chance going forward. And let's talk about the hero of the game that definitely saved the Pacers series, because they would have definitely most likely been down 3-0. Neymar hit Jalen Brunson with a step back three when the game was tied with 5 seconds left to go on the shot clock. He had to throw something up, because if he passed it to anybody else, they would have fumbled the ball or did some stupid shit. So Neymar said, okay, I'm going to take this shot. Hit Jalen Brunson with the step back. Boom. Hit that thing. He didn't believe that was going in for sure. That was definitely a lucky ass shot, but sometimes you need luck to win a basketball game, and he definitely did that for his team. I think he shot 1 for 7 from the field, but still hit that game-winning jump shot. So it's definitely like when you're at the park and you just leave that one guy open the whole game because he's not really doing nothing, and then he ends the game and hits that game-winning shot on your team. So yeah, it's definitely got to be a bitch for the Knicks, but they'll definitely come back next game. Probably the same intensity. I don't know if the Pacers team is gonna get lucky like that again, but hey, who knows? If the Pacers come correct, Tyrese Halliburton comes in playing just as aggressive as he has tonight, shooting the ball when he's actually open, because he was not doing that the first 2 games. Pascal, Miles Turner doing what they do in the paint, and then you have all the role players scoring, giving you 5-10 points, because the Pacers have a very deep bench. Yeah, they can definitely steal the series from the Knicks back. So this is definitely going to be an offensive type of series. Who can score the most? Who got the most firepower? And then who can make those last defensive stops? Because every single game that these teams play goes straight to the wire. I'm going to still give the Knicks a 6. But if OG doesn't come back for the rest of the series, I'm going to have to switch the Pacers to 7. The Nuggets are getting swept. Jokic doesn't deserve the MVP. Where are all the people that were saying the Timberwolves are going to sweep the Nuggets in 4 games? Because I cannot hear one single one of y'all talking smack right now. Because I felt like most people who are saying that type of statement does not know basketball at all. You don't think the defending champions are just going to sit there and get their ass whooped 4-0 sweep just like that to a team that has never been to the finals before, that just been made? That only happens once in a while, but I don't think the Timberwolves team is there yet. Please. It's like I said in my last video, the experience will always outweigh when it comes to clutch situations and playing games like this, man. Very best teams know how to win and adjust to certain situations like this, no matter how down bad they are at the first. They always know when it really matters, when it really counts, they know how to adjust and win the game. You know how many times I thought the Warriors would lose in the series? I was hoping for them to lose, man. They were when they were down 3-1 to the Thunder, when they were down 3-2 to the Rockets, about to get eliminated, when they were down 2-1 to the Celtics. Every single person wrote them off, especially me. And that Celtic one hurt because I'm a big time Celtic fan. That one really hurt. But I 100% thought in my mind this team is going to lose. They will not come in clutch. It's over. They're going to get 4-1 or whatever, 4-0. Little did I know, the Warriors always found a way to win. They would always rise up to the occasion, man, and it always got me mad. But that's what dynasties do, bro. Teams will build, teams built to destroy you. Do research on all of your weaknesses and everything, thinking that they got you, like Timberwolves with their 3 big man rotation. But the top teams always find a way to beat them still, which always makes everybody mad. But that's what happens when you're building a dynasty, and I truly believe this Nuggets team is a dynasty. I believe they will get to the finals, but they will not beat my Celtics. I don't think they got a chance, and I'm standing on that, man. My Celtic team, this is their year. There's no better year for the Celtics to win the championship than right now. Like, the East is boo-boo now. The Celtics should make a walk to the finals. Now, let's talk about the clip from TNT of Shaq awarding Nikola Jokic with the MVP.
Joker, as the president of the Big Man Alliance, you are the vice president of the Big Man Alliance. You know I love you, the best player in the league. I want to congratulate you, but I want you to hear from me first. I thought that SGA should have been the MVP. That's no disrespect to you, but congratulations. And what do you guys have to do to get back on track versus Minnesota?
I don't care what none of y'all say. What Shaq did right there was some foul shit, man. You don't congratulate somebody with an MVP trophy and then say, oh, I don't think you should have won the MVP trophy. I don't think you deserve that shit. Like, what? How you gonna congratulate me and then sneak diss me on live television? I think Jokic handled that extremely well because that was very disrespectful. And the arguments Shaq had to defend his point were actually horrible too. And I'm glad Ernie Johnson checked them on live TV on TNT, because Shaq was saying, oh, he needs to be, for my criteria for MVP, they need to be a stat pattern and they need to have the best record in the NBA. Last time I checked, nobody can fill up the stat sheet like Jokic, basically averaging a borderline triple-double. And then the Nuggets had the same record as the Oklahoma City Thunder. I think it was 57-25. They were tied for the same record. It was just that I think the Thunder beat them for more regular season games. So what is he really trying to say? I know he's still mad that he lost those MVPs to Steve Nash and other players, where he definitely should have won those because Shaq was the best player back then by far. But you can't just be disrespecting people like that on live TV, man. Just give him his, congrats. You could tell him that in private, like, oh, I thought Shea should have won it, but Jokic doesn't really care too much. But like, it's a time and place to say all that, and I don't think he should have done that live TV. It just looked bad, and he just looked like he was still mad about the MVPs that he didn't win. But he got the Finals MVP, so you shouldn't be too mad. You got it when it really mattered. The Finals MVP should be weighed up more than the regular season MVP. Oh no, the MVP is a subjective award, but Jokic is the best player in the league right now by a wide margin, and it's not even close in my opinion. Like, he's basically doing it all for his team. The whole offense runs through Jokic. He's unguardable in the paint. He can pass, he can shoot. He's just unguardable. And he can fill up the stat sheet better than anybody. Basically average a triple-double. Only Russell Westbrook in his prime can really replicate the stats that Jokic is having right now. And when it comes to if somebody who averages a triple-double, what can people like Luka and Shea really, compete with that stat-wise? You can't really compete with triple-doubles or borderline quadruple-doubles. It's just, the triple-double is just always going to look better, in my opinion. But, eventually there's going to be voters fatigue, and they're going to get tired of voting for Jokic for the MVP. But Jokic is most likely going to win about another 3-4 MVPs because he can just fill up the stat sheet, and he gets his team basically the top of the West every single time. And he has the cast to keep on doing this. If they can add like another few role players, he's going to keep on becoming the MVP. But maybe after like another 2-3 more, they're going to get tired of voting for him. Even with him putting up the stats, they're going to get used to it. It's just like what happened with LeBron James. It's going to be the same type of situation. LeBron James was the best player in the NBA for probably the last 10-15 years. Easily the best player. But the people just got tired of voting for him for the MVP award. Like, you're going to tell me that the 2018 LeBron James did not deserve an MVP? That he was not the most valuable player to his team? He was playing with all role players. Very good role players, but they were all role players, not a star. Kevin Love was not the Kevin Love that we knew on the Timberwolves. He definitely digressed a lot. Kyrie Irving left. J.R. Smith was probably the second best player on that team. And then he fumbled in the finals. So, and they ended up playing the best team ever created with that Golden State Warriors with KD. Like, you're going to tell me that LeBron James was not supposed to win the MVP that year? If you take LeBron James out that team, they are easily a 10-seed team. To me, that's what MVP means. If that player is not playing for your team, that team is absolutely garbage and it's not making the playoffs. LeBron James was able to elevate this team to be final contenders. They beat that Celtic team, which was stacked. That Celtic team was stacked, bro. Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, Al Horford when he was in his prime, Marcus Morris Sr. Back then he was scoring 20 points per game. Terry Rozier when he was scoring 20 points. That team was stacked. They should have went to the finals that year. But LeBron James somehow, he mastered that game. He mastered the game of basketball that year and was able to will that team to a finals. And you're going to tell me that he did not deserve an MVP? You're absolutely crazy. Now, let's get back to the game. Jamal Murray and Nikola Jokic controlled this whole game, and I loved seeing what I saw. They were able to slow down the pace, take their time, dissect and cut up the defense up a little bit, and then get whatever they wanted the whole night. They definitely played with a lot of pace and space. Jamal Murray got going early in the game, which was definitely key for them to win this game. Jamal Murray started hitting his threes, found his shot, was making those tough shots that he always makes. And after that, the team started flowing. Nikola Jokic was setting the screens every single play, bro, which I loved seeing. If you watch the game, Nikola Jokic was involved in every single play for the Nuggets. Either he was setting a screen, he was either dishing the rock, he was shooting three, being aggressive for offense, pounding in the paint. Like, he was doing it all for the team. And I love, like, when Jokic is taking control of the game like this. Last game, he got a little stumped and wasn't really, doing what he was doing tonight. This game, he took his time, bodied Nasri, bodied Gobert, bodied Karl-Anthony Towns, or whichever one that came at them, he took control, bodied them, took his time, made the right play, made the right pass, found his teammates and got them open. And they made their shots. And when the Nuggets are doing that, making their shots like that, there's really nothing you can do, man, but outscore them. Like I said, Nuggets starting five has to outscore them. But they had a bright side, and Drew Holiday's brother, I think it's Austin Holiday, he started hitting his threes and was giving them very good points off the bench. And once he started hitting his threes, they started rolling. That's when the Nuggets went on a big run. They got a big lead. Michael Porter was hitting his threes. Aaron Gordon was hitting his threes. And then, it was a wrap from there. It's like I said, if Jokic and Murray do their job and run the offense through them, their teammates, their role players will always find the opportunity to get that open three, mid-range layups, whatever. And that's when the team is really flowing and they're extremely lethal. The Nuggets also did a great job of containing Anthony Edwards and Karl-Anthony Towns. Ant had 19 points, Cat had 14 points. So definitely played great defense. They were definitely more physical this game. Because the first two games, they got bodied physically. And that was like very scary to see for the Nuggets. But this game, the Nuggets, they got their composure back and they played just as physical, if not even more physical than the Timberwolves team. So it's definitely, like I said, that we never seen the Timberwolves team play with much adversity this playoff series. They just been winning games 6 straight. So they never really had that moment where like they really got to, reflect on the loss and then try to come back and see if they can come back the next game and improve on all their weaknesses that they've shown in film. So it's definitely going to be interesting to see for next game. I think the Timberwolves have to conquer this in order to make it to the finals against my Boston Celtics. If they don't conquer this and win, if they don't win the next game, it's over. The Nuggets would have taken back the advantage from them. They already have more experience, and they're not going to fumble again. They were caught off guard with the first 2 games. You know what I'm saying? Like, they were not expecting that type of physicality from that team. But now that they figured them out, definitely had that 3-4 days to rest and really watch film every day and dissect the Timberwolves team. Now it's going to be a whole different series. So, yeah, I still have the Denver Nuggets winning this in 6 because I definitely believe the experience with the Timberwolves is going to show at some point. And when the games are going to be really close, I think the Nuggets is just going to edge them every single time. So, yeah, that's about it for this video. Like, comment, subscribe, show some love, and tell me who you guys think is going to win this series.
If it's big, let's spark it. I'm 1-3, James Harden, I've been like a rocket. She gave me smooth head, I call that bitch Ginobili. I'm tryna 2-4, shoot it like I'm Kobe. She keep playing with her nose, bitch, whatever goes. We send the bullets like it's Madden, that's a perfect throw. Kodak, pictures, Drake, shots, sexy, red, I need that, top.